Genshin Impact just released a teaser video on their YouTube channel about Dendro, the 3.0 update, and Sumeru, and here's everything you need to know. If you want to watch the original video, I'm gonna leave a link down below in the description. The beginning of the video is just them showing a statue of the Seven and how the Traveler gets the Dendro element, and then we get to see his E ability, I assume this is, because it doesn't look anything special like an ultimate, so it basically throws, it looks like a ability of leaves, and then the target gets pushed back, and then later on we get to see him actually ult, and his ultimate is basically putting like a big flower, like basically in front of him. They did not really show what the ultimate does, they just showed like the animation for the ultimate, and it also creates like an area around him, and maybe the opponents inside of that area get damaged, but we don't know yet. Later on we see this mushroom lookalike plant that you can jump on and actually boost yourself up in the air, and then you can of course launch your glider, and then we get to see some kind of stars the Traveler is basically pulling himself into. This one looks very much like the electrogranum we have in Inazuma already, so this is already existing in the game. They just like swapped it to Sumeru as well, and is gonna basically have the same kind of use in the game, but yeah, as of right now we don't know how you use it. They just showed animation. Next we see the Traveler fighting against the Registflying boss, and it does not look like a Dendro one. So the Registflying boss is basically like the big flowers. The one we have in Mondstadt is the Cryo, or like the ice one, and the one we have in Liyue is the Pyro or fire one. But the attack he does where he shoots a laser out of his eye, that looks like a Geo one. It doesn't look like a Dendro one, so we still have to see what kind of flower this is going to be. And then we have some nice view of Sumeru and how it's gonna look like. We have some houses on the trees where people might be living. Later on they show us how the Traveler attacks one of the enemies in the game and gives him basically the Dendro effect, and afterwards the Barbara attack with the Hydro, and then some kind of fruit lookalike gem drops on the ground, and when you do another damage to the enemy, that fruit basically goes back to them and deals extra damage. The mushroom lookalike plant you can activate with any kind of Dendro ability it looks like, and then you can bounce on it and reach higher locations. The bouncing mushroom can be also affected with Hydro, Pyro, and Electro. The Hydro just drops that gem. The Pyro, I guess, it kills the mushroom or deactivates it, because once you attack it, it basically dies out, turns black, and gets smaller. With the Electro, it gets these green veins, and it looks like you can jump up higher. And here's a comparison between the normal bounce and the electrocuted bounce. It also matters with what kind of abilities you attack some of the enemies. Depending on what kind of element you kill them with, let's say for example Electro, you will get different types of drops than if you had killed them with the Pyro. And these are all the updates we got so far about the 3.0 update and Sumeru. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more like this one, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye, take care.